Hello, good afternoon and welcome. You're watching Times Now. I'm Sagarika Mitra. On top of this newscast, we're going to get you the latest breaking news input that we're tracking when it comes to the 4 anti-terror operations that are being conducted in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, let's tell you about each of them one by one. These terror operations, anti-terror operations are in fact underway currently at 4 locations, and the locations are Srinagar, Bandipora, Budgam and Anantnag. So the first anti-terror operation is underway in Srinagar's Khaniar area. The anti-terror operation was launched after forces received an intel input about the presence of around 1 to 2 terrorists, and now security forces are conducting a coordinated search operation. Now let's tell you about what's happening in Bandipora. In Bandipora, these search operations are underway to nab terrorists who opened indiscriminate fire and escaped into the jungle. Meanwhile, when it comes to Anantnag's Kokarnak, 2 terrorists have been neutralized. In Budgam, the coordinated search operations have intensified after 2 migrant workers were targeted last evening. Over the last few days, we've been seeing a spike in the number of terror attacks with migrant workers being targeted by terrorists. But what's even more shocking is the kind of politics and the kind of comments coming in from Farooq Abdullah. At this point of time, we can tell our viewers that Farooq Abdullah is seeing a conspiracy in the rise in terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. He says that this possibly could be a plot to destabilize the NC government in Jammu and Kashmir. What does this mean? Doesn't this kind of commentary give an alibi to Pakistan, which is constantly pushing terror into Jammu and Kashmir? Let's listen into how Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is talking about how forces are fighting terror in Jammu and Kashmir. Here's his reaction.
देखिए, सिक्योरिटी लैप्सेस का प्रश्न नहीं है। यह तो आप जानते हैं कि पहले कितनी आतंकवादी वारदातें होती थी। अब तो बहुत ये कहा जाए कि अब पहले के कंपैरिजन में बहुत ही नगण्य हुई हैं और हमारी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज पूरी तरह से सजग हैं और ऐसी परिस्थितियां वहां पर पैदा होंगी कि फिर आतंकवादी वारदातें पूरी तरह से वहां से समाप्त होंगी और जम्मू कश्मीर का तेजी से डेवलपमेंट भी होगा। नहीं, देखो, ऐसा ये नहीं कह सकते कि बहुत बढ़े हुए हैं, लेकिन जो भी हुए हैं, इधर 1, 2, 3, 4 घटनाएं हुई हैं, वो निश्चित रूप से दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण हैं और हमारी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेज पूरी तरह से सजग हैं और उसका जवाब भी दे रही हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि उसका जवाब नहीं दिया जा रहा है। बहुत सारे टेररिस्ट मारे भी गए हैं।
Forces are fighting back. They're neutralizing terrorists who are launching these kind of dastardly attacks on the citizens of Jammu and Kashmir. Sahil Sohail is joining us live. Sahil, you're tracking the details of the 4 anti-terror operations that are currently underway in Jammu and Kashmir. We told our viewers about the details that we've accessed so far pertaining to every location. But tell us about the latest update that you're tracking. What is the kind of success that our forces have currently achieved when it comes to these 4 anti-terror operations?
Well, first of all, our security forces have got success in South Kashmir's Anantnag district, where they have killed 2 militants in Ladnu area of Kokarnak. The gunfight that took place, took place in forestry area. These militants were, in fact, spotted there. Security forces had intelligence input about the movement of these 2 terrorists who are said to be foreigners. Based on that information, security forces initiated a coordinated search operation. During that operation, militants fired upon our security forces, and in response, both of them were killed. Dead bodies have been recovered from them, including arms and ammunition. Security forces have also intensified the coordinated search operation in the area. Basically, security forces believe and have inputs that more terrorists could be present in the area. This is the area which is connected to Jammu region via Chenab Valley, where we have seen in past 1 year terror incidents taking place. Terrorists ambushing army vehicles or in fact targeting devotees or civilians in the area. So these militants could be possibly moving towards the residential area, and wherein the security forces have got active and they are chasing and in fact monitoring their movement. So the big success has come from South Kashmir's Anantnag district, where security agencies have managed to kill 2 terrorists who are believed to be foreigners. And second operation which is underway is in Khaniar area of downtown Srinagar. Here the security forces had input about the presence of 1 or 2 militants, including a top commander of Lashkar-e-Taiba, and that acting on that information, the operation is underway. The exchange of gunfire is taking place. Security forces are taking extra ordinary steps to ensure that no civilian is harmed in this particular operation. They want it to be neat and clean operation because it's densely populated area, and the residential house where these two militants had taken shelter is in fact and is basically in a congested place. There are other residential houses. So security forces, as a matter of protocol, first ensure that the civilian who were residing in these residential houses are taken out, and then the operation was conducted, and it's still taking place.
Yes, Sahil, do stay with us. We'll talk about the other two operations as well. But like you've been telling us about the details of the Khaniyar operation, which is in downtown Srinagar.